Hello everyone. In previous video, we have seen theoretically the different array operations. Now we'll practically write down the program, perform the different array operations. So here I will be using the IDE that is code blocks. If you want to know from where I can download code blocks, I will be giving the link in the description box. And if you want to know further how to install code blocks, how to use it, just write down in the comment. I'll make a different video for the same. Now let's start how we can create a file and write down the program in code blocks. So once I open, I get this window. So here in new, go for an empty file, right? And you can save that file as save as in any location. You can save this particular file. So here I'll write array basics dot c as we are writing the program in C language. So here I have created the file. Now before that, always when you are writing the code or when you have installed newly some software or ID, it's better to check that whether our ID is working properly or not. So for that purpose, I'm actually personally what I do, I write simple hello world program so that to check whether my ID is working properly or not. So here I have included two libraries, standard input output and standard library. Now here I will be writing int main. Here I have written int main, so it's necessary to write return 0 as well. So here now only I will be writing return 0, and before that let's write some simply statement printf hello to curriculum group, right? And now I'll execute the program. So for executing here, you are having different options, just debug, run, and this is build and run. So I'll use directly build and run. And now you can see in the output window, we are having hello to curriculum group. That means our system or our compiler is working properly, ID is working properly. Now, in this particular program, what we have to do, I have to create an array, right? So to create an array, I will be writing data type, the name of the array, and in square bracket, I will be writing the size. That means, what does it mean? Total, I can accept 20 numbers in the given array. In case suppose you give here 5, that means only 5 numbers can be included in the given array, right? Now I will be taking 3 to 4 different types of examples regarding the array. That now what if the array size is 5 and already I'm having 5 elements in the array and still I try to insert the element, then what type of error it gives, right? That everything I will be showing. Now let's see, suppose I'm having this array. Now array can be declared or can be rather initialized in this way, that directly you can give the elements in the array. So here I have given 5 elements, right? Now if I want to display the elements of array, so directly, as I have told you in the previous video, I can directly write element is %t, and here by using comma, just name of array and the index which value you want to print. If you want to print first position value, you can write index 0. If you want to go for uh, next, that is second position value, you can write the index 1, and so on. You can go on writing. Here I'm just copy pasting and just changing the index, and likewise we will be getting the elements at different indexes. Now here only 3 elements are present. sorry, 5 elements are present. So it's okay to write 5 times the same particular statement. But what if I have 20 elements, or more than 20, 50, 100 elements? So that number of times I need to repeat the printf statement, right? So for that purpose, we are using what? For loop. Right? So simply in for loop, uh, I'll just write down here statement. So before that, let's first execute this, and let me show you what the answer you are getting. So see here, element is 3, element is 5, element is 7, element is 8, element is 9. Now you will say this output is not at all in a proper manner. So what you can do, you can here write slash n, which makes your content to be printed or displayed on a new line. That's you can write over here. Everywhere you can write slash n, right? And now if I execute, you can see I am getting the output in a proper way. You can, in a different ways, you can write or you can make the changes so that element at 0th position is 3, element at 1 position is 5. That slowly we will learn. Just first of all understand the basic core concept, then we'll learn the how we can properly display the contents of the array, or rather how we can properly display the output. Now, another way to display the contents of the array is for, you can use the for loop. So for I is equal to 0, I is less than, definitely here total 5 elements are there. So you can take 5 elements, right? And in the curly brackets, you can write printf. Let me write down some different statement. Array element is, right? Here I'll write, then I'll write percent %d, and here comma I'll write array of I, right? So it's necessary to declare the I as well in the declaration part. In C language, mostly the variables which we are declaring, it should be above, immediately before the after the mean, right? So here I'm writing, and again I'll give slash n so that every statement will get printed on a new line. Let me again execute. So as you can see, array element is 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Right? It has been printed. So by simply writing just on a single line, only with this single line, we can print all the array elements. Right? Now here we have seen the hard coding part, right? That means already we are assigning the elements. Any number of times you will be executing this program, always the array elements will be 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9. It will not get changed. But what if the user want for every execution different numbers, then what we can do? Then we can write, or we can take the array elements from the user. So how you can do that? So let me define another array. Let's say I'll give the name as marks. Then I'll give 20 as its size. That means maximum 20. Now you will say, again we have, when I execute the program, 20 numbers I have to enter. No need. You can ask the user that how many numbers you want in the array, right? So I can take a count variable to accept that value from the user. So this is what I'm explaining you the difference, that what if you are taking the array likewise, that is known as hard coding, that means already you are giving the elements, or what if you are giving the size of the array as 20 and accepting or asking the user that how many elements you want to enter in the array, right? So after this you can write down that printf how many elements you want in marks array, right? To be more specific, I have written marks array. Then here you can accept it from the user that how many elements you want to enter. So here again %d as count is also integer, and here I will be accepting it at variable count. Right now I can at runtime I can decide how many elements I want to accept in the array. Now for accepting the elements of the array, again I'll start the index with 0, I less than. Now here instead of 20 or instead of 5 I will be writing the count, because we don't know the value of count because it will be inserted by the user itself at the time of execution. And here I plus plus. And now we'll simply display the element or accept. Now here I have to accept the elements of the array. So here I'll again write scanf, then here again %d and percent marks. Now name of the array and in square bracket I, that which will resemble the index, right? This is how you can accept the elements in an array. And now after this you can again for your convenience write down the printf statement so that you will understand that you have to enter the array elements. So enter the array elements, right? Likewise, now let me comment the above section, because again it is going to repeatedly have the same contents as you have already understood. I don't want to display, so I'll just display this, right? Welcome to curriculum group, and then how many elements you want in the marks array, the count, and accepted. Let me write down the code to display as well, as we have already discussed in the theoretical part and in the above code as well, how we can display the elements of the array. So instead of printf I will be writing, sorry, instead of scanf I will be writing printf, and here let me write down something element is, right, and %d, and instead of percent I will be writing. And now let me display everything on a new line. Here also I will do it. Let's build and check. So here it's giving me some sort of error. Let me check here. See, everything is given. Expected primary expression before token. So whatever errors come, by chance if you forget also, in this log file it gives you all the detailed explanation that what you might have forgot or what is the, right. So here if you will see, it is giving me expected primary expression before the token. So can you guess what the error is? It's showing on this particular line. So here in less than, before less than, the left I have forgot to write I should be less than, right? So let's execute, build and execute again. So again it's giving me same error. Here also I forgot to write I, right? I should be less than. Now here it is executed. Now here I'll give, I want, let's see, 7 elements. So again I'll enter the elements 34, 45, 67, 87, 99, 43, 22, and here are the elements which I have entered in the array. So this is how simply you can create the array and you can display, or you can display the elements of the array. That's all in this video. In the next video, we'll start inserting the elements of the array. If you want this particular program also, program code, please write down in the comment. I'll share you the. Thank you.